talked about that like during like senior year doing the podcast. Start.
Yeah.
I know. I did the same thing when I sat down. I was like, they was like, what is that? I was like, damn.
Los orcas. Estamos activos, mi gente. All right. So, welcome to BoreDOM. You feel me? I have a very special guest. He is one of the greatest actors within our graduating class of 2025.
Yeah.
He is going to be a future police officer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he's just an overall person that I could like confidently say like he a brother to me. So
I appreciate that.
ladies and gentlemen, Shawn Brown.
What's up, bro? What's up?
First ever guest on BoreDOM.
It's been a minute because the last time I was here, we were doing like the whole graduation party in there, right? Hell yeah.
The graduation party. He was there for that.
Yeah.
He was there for my 18th.
Yeah, 18th birthday. I still got the videos on my phone. I keep looking, go past my gallery, and I'm like, wait, I still got these? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, for sure.
We got a long history. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, let's start off with that.
Let's start off with that. That's what I'm saying.
Let's start off with that. Freshman year. The first time we actually conversated or had a full-on conversation.
Do you remember that? Because I low-key don't. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it had to be when we was doing a Tangle Web.
Oh, wait. That was my first. That was our first? Was it our first? Or was it my first and your, like, did you do something before that? Or
no, it was actually
our first show. It was
our first show was
yeah,
a Tangle
facts.
Web in our school. El Diablo, coño, pero.
Hey, it's her crib, bro. Hey.
Nah, it is her crib. You wanna say hi to Los Orcas?
¡Los Orcas!
Los Orcas! Dímelo.
Facts.
So yeah, our first ever high school production play was a Tangle Web.
Yeah. I
was Mr. Quigley, and he was Frank.
Yes, you remember that? That's crazy, because I'm thinking I'm going crazy and I'm remembering this stuff. Okay, so yeah, I was Frank, you was Mr. Quigley. And Rosado was, she was doing the, by the way, this is our technical theater teacher. She was doing she was directing that. You know, she usually direct the plays, and Stavis, our acting teacher, directs the musicals and all that stuff. I don't remember too much of that. The only person that I think I remember is you and possibly Mars. Mars? Yeah, Mars. She graduated.
Shout out Mars.
Shout out Mars. She graduated, what, 3 years ago from now?
3 or 2
Wait.
years ago.
Wait, didn't she graduate like the day after, like not the day after, but like the year after a Tangled Web? Like, was she not in the next year? Because we went to...
She was in SpongeBob.
She was in SpongeBob?
She was in SpongeBob.
What?
But I think she got was she in SpongeBob? Damn,
You see what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
because the
bro.
only senior at the time that I remember from SpongeBob was Jasmine.
I remember Jasmine,
Exactly.
Alejandro.
You know, I keep seeing her boyfriend on the bus.
But also her boyfriend.
What's his name? What's his name? Joel? Gabriel. Yeah. I keep seeing him on the 41 bus. I'm sorry.
Shout out Joel. You're gonna get to Joel in a second.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I keep seeing him on the bus, right? I'm tempted to walk up to him and be like, yo, what's up, bro? Remember me? I was in, you know, we went to the same high school and all that. Like you was, you know, you was a partner for somebody who was in the show. But I don't, because I have social issues. So yeah. It is what it is.
That's why we here. Everybody that, you feel me, joins the podcast.
Yeah.
Healthy space, you feel me?
Yeah.
We allowed to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And not care about what people think.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of BoreDOM, people.
It is. Yes,
so
it is.
yeah, we did a Tangle Web.
Yeah.
I remember it for the rehearsals. The rehearsals was mad fun for me.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would agree with that. The rehearsals are always like the whole behind the scenes, like
it was so fun.
So yeah, it's legendary.
I had a fun time with that stupid ass wig, bro.
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting about this. Do you have a picture of this or no? Or
Nah, bro.
Okay, so because I have Explorers, I keep going back to the school, and I yesterday I saw Miss Davis, right?
Yeah.
So I keep seeing her. I gotta ask her if she has that, or not her. I seen Miss Rosado.
Rosado's back, yeah.
She probably has it. She probably doesn't have it. Who knows? But I'll ask her if she has the pictures of that or a video for that, because we need to see that.
We need to see
that because they're recording. They're recording these shows. I don't know where these recordings are going. The only recording I've seen of a show is In the Heights. That was it.
And Clue. I think Clue also had a recording.
I never seen that one. But,
No. Clue was in clips.
It was in clips. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Because I've never seen these videos. They're always recording these videos, so I don't. I think whether they're recording like probably the whole thing or clips. I didn't think about that. So they're recording the clips. That kind of makes sense on why I didn't see it.
Yeah, if y'all have one of those tech rehearsals, bro, because I remember there was one tech rehearsal when they had they CTE students pull up, and they was recording. I think it was for Clue, or it was either Clue or SpongeBob Musical. Bro, I was acting a fool, bro. Yeah. They got footage, bro.
Yeah, they got footage of the whole thing. Like, whatever you did, it's on that camera.
It's on that camera, bro.
Whatever they have.
Especially for that death scene where I fucking...
Yeah. And you know what's funny? This is the greatest part, because sometimes, this is why I say the rehearsals are the best parts, because sometimes we forget that they're recording this stuff, and we just do whatever. We just do whatever. Because that's what it is. You know, of course, we work when the time is right, of course, which kind of is always, but sometimes, we do our own thing, and they love us for it, so, hey.
It was, I think, we always have fun doing tech rehearsals, because I ain't gonna lie, for all my people that are theater majors / actors / performers, yo, tech rehearsals are so draining, bro.
Yeah.
They're so draining, so at a certain point in time, we just be doing fuck all.
You have to. They take too long. And then you can't really speak. You can't do anything. There's a very limited movement you can do on the stage. So you kind of have to make the best of it, while not also interfering with whatever work they have. So that's where I feel like, it has its up and downs behind the scenes. It has its up and downs.
What's your favorite stories from, since we just graduated? We graduated in June.
Yeah.
What's your favorite senior year stories? Let's start with that.
My favorite senior story. Well, one of them would have to probably be the first time I actually ever got emotional during high school. There's a few within genres, but I want to start off with that one in particular. So remember when we were doing Clue? Yeah. You remember that, right? You remember that day? Clue. So we were doing Clue. We were playing Wadsworth, right? And I was on probation because I was no longer, my attendance was shit, right? And so I had to step out. Now I did not know that I was ever returning, because at the time I thought I just got kicked out of the show. I didn't really memorize I wasn't really looking at the script like that. I had other things going on as well, as amongst just trying to, get my attendance back. Mm-hmm. So I then am told that, hey, you're back in the show, right? And I'm like, oh, really? Okay, well, I'm scratching my head because I don't really know my lines, but, I'll try. Mind you, a show is, like, not that far away. It's just, like, within, the next...
Like, within 2 weeks?
Next 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks or 1 week.
And we had to learn, like, this huge monologue, right? It's very huge, easy to forget. The only way you would actually remember that is if you were actually looking at the script, right? And, hey, you had that down pat, right? Hats off to you. And I was just like, damn, okay. If he can do it, then I know I can do it as well. Because in my head, I'm like, there's no way I can do this. Within 2 weeks of the show, I cannot memorize this monologue. So we're on stage, right? We're running through it, right? And I'm doing it, and I'm trying to do my best. But it's like every single time we stop is always because of me, because I don't know a certain line and we have to run it back. And we had a few times where we had to run it back, and I was just like, damn, bro.
Yeah, I was reaching your boiling point.
Yeah. And so so I'm in the book, right? I'm trying to memorize it without the book, bro. She says, Ms. Rosado says, stop. I throw the book on the ground and say I quit, right? And I go right to the green room. And I just start bawling in tears. And I was like, I had never cried or been vulnerable in that school before. Like, it was like my first time. And this is during our 11th grade year. And so you and Bridget, you guys came by. You guys came to the green room to see how I was doing. And I was just like, dude, so much was going on. So much was going on. And when I say so much was going on, I mean so much that I didn't tell you, so much that I didn't tell Bridget or Miss Davis or the entire class. Or Rosado, yeah. But that was where I had problems with my mother. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. She was sick, she was ill, and I'm over here trying to, do this, the schoolwork and the basketball team all at once.
We got stories about the basketball team.
The basketball team. We will get there. We
definitely will get there.
But, so I'm going through this tough time. And so my mother, she keeps getting more ill, and getting more ill. And she's going back and forth between the hospital and nursing homes and all that stuff until like one day she was at home, had to go to the hospital, and she passed away, right? And so, and this was senior year. This was like 2024, June 20th of 2024, like probably like our last day of school. And so, so before she passed away, it was a whole bunch of stuff that I had to, like, I was basically her home caretaker, and I had to look out for, right? And I'm doing that, and I'm going in the script, and I'm going back and forth, but I can't do it. And I have Rosado and Stavis asking me, hey, when is your mother gonna be here? When is your mother gonna, when is she gonna, come to the shows, right? And I'm like, she will one day, she will. And I had to like kind of fake it until I made it. But I can't really say I made anything because, at the end of the day, she still never really got to see a show that I was in. So yeah, just going through that whole point has taught me, like, especially now, because I'm starting to tell more people this. I told my advisors at my Explorers program a couple days ago for the first time, even though I was in there for a whole year, right? And they kind of had my back on it, I didn't want to tell them because it was a certain time where I had to kind of, because before I joined Explorers, they gave me an application. They were like, hey, your legal guardian has to sign this. I don't have a legal guardian. My mother is gone and my biological father is not in the picture. So I had one of my sister's father, who was a friend of the family, who was with my mother for some time, sign the thing, and I just gave it to him and they said, okay, right? So I told them now because I felt weird about not telling them, especially because we've had all these recent talks about, opening up to us, and we're not gonna know what's wrong with you unless you tell us, right? And so, now I have my own apartment. Then my mother left me where I have to keep paying the rents and all that stuff. So I'm in a situation where I have to work, right? I don't have the option to be a kid or, I have to I'm an adult now. It is what it is, right? I have to try to make what's best of it and try to move forward with that. But yeah, we got sidetracked. That was one of my favorite tactical stories because I was at my vulnerable state. I can now share that with most people and be like, hey, well, this is what happened to me. So don't let, like, if this happened to me and I was able to still do the show, because I eventually memorized that entire thing, right? And I was proud for it.
Oh, you killed that shit too.
I did kill that shit. Did I kill that shit though?
No,
what was that?
bro.
I did.
I ain't gonna lie, your performance as Wadsworth, bro.
Yeah. I try. I try my best because it's the adrenaline. You don't want to you don't want to do bad. It's the fear of going on stage and just not knowing anything, right? Just crickets, because you got a full house of people and they're all waiting for you to do the performance of a lifetime. That's the kind of mentality I have every single time I've reached that stage. They're there to see a good performance. They don't care what you look like. They're there to see a good performance, whether the show is funny, whether it's dramatic, whether it's crazy. Like, they want to see it, right? So I try my best during that. But that's one of my favorite stories. Yeah. What about you?
Oof, I got a lot, actually. I ain't gonna lie, senior year, because I don't see this person ever being on the podcast, so I could talk about it. But senior year, it had to be my whole entire rocky journey with Jaden.
Oh,
That's one of my
right.
I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite stories, but it's probably one of my most impactful stories.
You gotta get into crushes.
You have to get into crushes.
You gotta get into crushes, because I had a few. Go ahead.
I had a few too. I ain't gonna lie. Did I have? No, I had a few. But yeah, I just think she brought out the best in me. But now that I keep on looking back at the relationship, I ain't gonna lie, she low-key brought out the worst in me too. But I'm thankful for being with her, because she's the only person that I actually felt true love with.
Right.
We had a lots of ups and downs. We got together 11. We got together, I think, around 11th grade. Yeah. And senior year, just a lot of shit spilled over. I ain't gonna hold you. turning point was after the whole entire thing with Joshua.
Oh, whoa, that's it. I don't know about that one. That one we might just have to.
We going pin that in the narrative.
Yeah,
That's something
that right there.
In the future.
Yeah. We wouldn't want to bring that one.
That's a little too recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, she really held me down. But I just think senior year, I don't know what was in the air senior year, but we was all going through it.
Yeah.
Like we was all going through it.
Yeah.
And I think that was a turning point for her.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm still grateful for, being with her and all the lessons that I got taught while being in that relationship. I ain't gonna lie, I can't go into detail about it because, you know what I'm saying? I'm drifting away from it.
Yeah.
But I brought it up because she was like one of the most important people in my life.
Yeah.
Hands down. And like you seen the impact too.
Yeah.
So I had to bring it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a time we shared a moment during our senior trip. And I forgot why I was going to her room. I think it was to ask for something. Her best friend Charlotte opened up, and it was a little tense moment, bro. But it was just like something within that moment just made me like think about everything. And this is like fresh after we broke up. So yeah, it was just like having that tense moment right there and then and there. Just so much shit that I could have told her right then and there, and I was like, I can't do it.
Right. When you said you went in to ask her for something, what did you said you asked her for something, like something that you gave her, or was it like something that I guess
it was like something small, probably like for an item or something.
Item for the room or something?
Like if they had a trash can or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was just like something little like that.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I don't know, just that moment right there was like a tipping point. And it was just like reminded me that for me, change happens.
I assume that. Yeah, facts. After you said something just now. You said after during like senior year, that was our whole, that was like everybody's turning point, right? Everybody was going through
bro.
it. We gotta talk about after graduation though, because after graduation, I feel like everybody was going through it because they're trying to get into college and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But after graduation, I feel like not a lot of people talk about this, right? But after graduation, like that, after graduation jitters, like the whole, like, we're never going to see each other again, right? So, well, some of us, right? There are a lot of people that honestly I missed, that I can't wait till I get off this school so I don't have to see these people anymore, right? But no, I do miss them a little bit.
You miss your graduating class, especially for us, bro. Like, we've been through so, like, if you look at the whole entire graduation class as a whole, we're all connected.
Everybody's
every single person there is all connected, either through a past friend that didn't graduate with us, either through an associate. Everybody is just like so tightly knitted. And I'm not gonna lie, you one of the first ones, but I hope I can bring many more to share their stories.
I hope you do, because this will be amazing. This will be like literally the start of a journey, because I do want to see more people come on here. I really do want to see people on here. Like, I really do want to see who comes on here. Like, I'm so intrigued to see who actually comes on here. Like, holy shit.
Because there's people that have stories that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody has their own story, and I know it's crazy because high school in general was crazy. It's crazy as hell.
Like, for all future seniors, the movies low-key be telling the truth.
Nah, they do. They do, though.
They low-key be telling the truth, bro.
They do.
High school is that dramatic.
It is that dramatic, yeah.
It is that dramatic. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Yeah,
so when you're graduating high school, right? I mean, well, let's say you've graduated high school already, right? You're getting into college. I've had a friend, I'm not gonna say his name, that had, went to college, and experienced something and didn't like the experience, and he came back. And I honestly, I felt that, because it's like, we all think we know what we're going to do after high school. And I'm not saying when you know what you're going to do, when you have a plan, it's not going to work out. That's not what I'm saying. But when it doesn't, when that first plan doesn't work out, you usually go into like a hole, right? You have to kind of hold yourself a lot. and protect yourself because you don't know what's to come. You say, hey, this first plan didn't work out, but the second plan is still there, right? And then you ask yourself, what if the second plan doesn't work out? And you start overthinking about it, right? That's where I feel like we have to have we all have to have a sit down and really talk about this, because nobody really talks about this. Like I said, nobody really talks about this. Everybody's, hey, look at this reel on my phone. Dude, isn't this funny? Yeah. Right? Like, how much money you got? How much money you got?
Yeah, we all get distracted by social media.
But mental health is like the first thing, right? We all kind of have to, in order to be happy and be friends with a person, you have to have good mental health, right?
Absolutely.
That's what everybody was going through from freshman year to senior year. Like, it's not even just about after graduation or just senior year. It's literally the years throughout our high school career. Like, it's not, whether it's, homework that has to be due on a certain date and we couldn't get it done and got a feeling great because of it. Like that whole rabbit hole that we all go down to, it gets pretty lonely, or at least we think it's lonely, right? Not knowing we have friends and family that we can talk about this stuff with, right? That's another thing. A lot of people don't have friends, probably anybody to talk to, right?
Support systems.
Exactly. And to me, like, that kind of, I wasn't thinking about this during high school, right? And I wasn't expecting anybody else to have this kind of these thoughts throughout high school, right? But after high school, for some reason, I don't know, it taught. I don't know, for some reason, after graduation, after high school, I started learning more. I don't know, maybe because I was on the street. I don't know, or I was on the street like that. Whoa, but I was, I was seeing like real world problems live action, right? I was like, oh wow, well, that happened to that person. Well, damn, there's somebody out there that has it worse than you, and they're going through it right now. Right, and if they can go through it, then you 100% can go through it, right? We can all kind of go through it, right? But yeah, I mean, it depends, and the choices we make, honestly,
definitely
reflects on the future.
Everyone, in my eyes, everyone is redeemable as long as you ain't a piece of shit to humanity.
Exactly.
Feel me? Like, trust me, there's people that have done way worse than what you think you have done.
Exactly. Like, we've all had our moments.
Word, like, don't ever beat yourself up about, oh well, I'm not justifying this in no way, shape, or form, but like, oh, I cheated on my girl, bro. It happens.
Yeah, it does.
I ain't gonna lie. There's nuances that I could get into, but it happens, bro. Like, there's people that legit murdered their partners. You know what I'm saying?
Worse. Yeah.
Like, it's just worse things that happen, and it always ties back to your mind, your heart, and your soul. Yeah. Like, protect that. That's I literally said that in the outro of episode 1-5. Like, you have to protect and check in with all the people that you love, you care about, and stuff like that. But tying it back to mental health, with our school in general, because I ain't gonna lie, yo, y'all could quote me on this. I don't care. I'm out of the school. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, like, the only reason why I'm gonna come back is because my sisters is there, so I'll come back and visit to support them.
Right.
But listen, TAPCO needs to find a way to get professional people to help these kids out with their mental health. Because I'm not gonna lie, we confide in our teachers, but they're not strong enough support systems for us, because they also dealing with, like, they have to deal with multiple kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that Wadiko was there was helpful for a lot of students. But even they need more than Wadiko. I'm not gonna lie, they need even more mental health resources, because everybody was dealing with so much shit that school don't know about, and then with expectations and, like, people who are overachievers just, like, having to deal with that pressure of, like, succeeding on top of their mental health. Like, it's just, bro, it's messed up. So so TAPCO specifically, because we both been through that school, especially for me. I've been there since I was a little kid.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying to y'all is find ways to make sure that these kids are mentally okay, like seriously, and especially for like all the performers, because their mental health also gets overlooked a lot. But for all the like performing majors, like the dancers, the actors, the theater majors in general, or like artists, just make sure that they okay. You feel me? Don't cast a blind eye on it. Don't be like, well, there's bigger problems. You gotta make sure that the grades is okay. Like, bro, if my mental ain't okay, then schoolwork is the least of my worries.
Yeah, that's not gonna get done.
Exactly.
At all.
So just like, I'm looking at you, Shout.
The new principal.
I'm looking at you, Shout. That in the eye. If you really care about the school, since you've been there before I was there, really focus on your students' health.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah. You gotta
change.
You gotta give it. You gotta sit down. You have to have a talk with these children because, like you said, a lot of them, a lot of the future seniors and sophomores and juniors and damn even freshmen, right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna go through some crazy shit, right? And they're gonna think that they don't have anybody to talk to, right? And I'm not just saying that, I also, if you are a student in TAPCO, also speak up, right? You have to speak up because can nobody read minds, right? You have to tell people what you're going through. You have to share that stuff. Look, I went through a whole year without telling advisors that I like the truth about my life, right? And I basically was lying to them, right? The entire year, right? Which I felt horrible about because they've given me so much, right? And so I know like a thing or two about like not telling somebody, right? And there was no good outcome of that, right? Because I see a future with them, I realized, okay, I need to say more about what I'm going through and how I'm feeling about the post, how I'm feeling about the law enforcement, the NYPD law enforcement explorers in general, like how I feel about it, because closed mouths don't get fed at all, right? Because you show a face or something, they're not gonna, you gotta speak up, I was applying for, I told you I was applying for school safety.
Yeah, you was.
So I was applying for that, right? And I went through the whole process, and I was waiting for an email saying that I got accepted, and I did not get an email from them at all, right? So I just realized, okay, I guess I didn't get accepted. And then they sent me an email after the police academy started saying, yeah, you weren't accepted. I was like, okay. Because what they usually do is they usually send you an email like a day before you get into the police academy, which is nuts, by the way. So I was just waiting until like last minute. They never sent me an email. And so there was a situation where I was at an event, right, our competition for explorers, and I guess the captain or chief of school safety was there, and I guess I was supposed to say something, right, and I could have said something that could have possibly gotten me back into the whatever raffle they were doing, but I didn't say anything, even though I felt a certain way about that person and what happened to me and why I didn't get in. I could have spoken to them and tell them how I felt. And my advisor made me realize that you should have said something. You should have talked to her about it. She was right there. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Are we still recording?
So, yeah, that's that. Like I said, don't get fed.
That was actually one of the first conversations we had over the phone when we talked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when I called you that day, I was going through some I think I told you. I said I was going through some crazy shit. Damn, man, all this horrible shit. I'm telling you after high school, man. I'm telling you all this horrible shit happened after high school. So let's get into that for a little bit. I'm not gonna go too long with that, but pretty much I was damn, I forgot what I was going through. First of all, I was riding the Lime scooter for Uber, right? And
yeah, that story is crazy.
Look, Uber, if you're listening right now, and fuck y'all, I'm sorry, respectfully, because I've been by this time I'm riding this Lime scooter, right? It's been like a couple days now. I'm starting to like it, right? So I'm on Pelham Parkway, right? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna ride this Lime scooter all the way to Fordham because I can and I got money for it, right? Bro, I get on the Lime scooter, right? And the little freeway or highway, whatever you call it, where the tour bus goes on, right? So I'm riding it, bro, and I almost fall off the bike because this thing started I'm going like kind of fast, and the thing starts slowing down. I'm like, oh shit, right? So it gets to a certain point, and I see like a red no sign. Right, I don't know if they thought they were funny with that. A little red no sign
No, that's crazy.
saying that the bike is no longer the bike no longer has signal, right? And I'm like, all right, well, and mind you, they're still charging me. My bike is paused, and they're still charging my card, bro. So I'm riding it. I'm all right. You know what? Maybe I need to take it somewhere. Maybe I need to go out. They said that it was because of the area I was in. I was like next to the Botanical Gardens underneath a bridge. So I was like, oh, maybe there's no signal over here, right? So I start riding it up further and further and further, manually, just to try to see if I can, get it, back again, right? And I got up to like where Southern Boulevard is, where the McDonald's is at. Yeah. Shit didn't start, right? So I said, all right, I'm gonna keep going, right? So I keep going all the way to Fordham University, right? I'm up there, it didn't start, bro. So I make a left, right? I go all the way to Tapco, right, where our school is at. It just still don't start, right? I call Uber. I'm like, yo, this thing is charging my phone, my card right now, bro. By that time, it's like $20 got charged, right? They said, we'll be with you in a second. We'll transfer you to another call. I'm like, oh, can y'all Uber, bro? Can y'all help me out? I don't care about no other call, bro. Y'all Uber. Can y'all help me out? Can y'all cancel this ride? Can y'all take it off my card, right? They're like, bro, they hung up on me, right? So I start going down more towards like Tremont area, right? And then I realized that apparently the whole like area I was in, like past Pelham Parkway, the scooter wasn't gonna work. So I basically had to ride the scooter all the way back down, right? And then it started up again. By that time, they charged me $30, and I only had $10 in my card, right? And so I still haven't paid y'all back, and I'm not going to pay y'all back. So I don't know, fuck y'all. But at that time, like after I stopped the scooter, I called you. I was like, yo, bro, I'm going through some shit today. I forgot what else happened that day. But that wasn't even like the start of it.
No, there was some other things.
There was some other shit. I completely forgot. I have to go back and look at the text. But yeah, that day was crazy. I was like, let me call Don real quick. Let me tell him what's going on.
Then you saw James too, bro.
I saw James. Okay.
James.
I saw James again. I'm not gonna.
Yo. I ain't gonna lie, James, if you see this, yo, bro, I don't know if you an outside body or what, bro.
Yeah. No, he definitely is.
He an outside body.
Let me tell you something. Don't pick a fight with James. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
If he says, yo, I'm gonna see you outside, he's actually gonna see you outside. Okay? Because I'm not saying that I picked a fight with the man, but like, there was a time, like, literally yesterday I seen him, right? I was walking past his house, right? And I thought about him because I was walking past his building. And I was like, yo, I know James live here. What the hell? That's crazy. I'm in his area right now, right? I walk past the building. I hear James, coming down the stairs. And I hear his sister Dinah's like, coming out the door. And I'm looking back. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Is that James? Was that you? Was that you screaming? He said, no, that was Dinah. I was like, bro, you sound like a girl, bro. That shit was funny as shit. I was literally thinking about you, bro. I said, yo, what's up, bro? Bro said, it's crazy. You a cop? I was like, nah, all that shit, bro. We cut it short, bro. He went about his day. I went about my day, but. Yeah, bro.
Bro.
That whole area.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. You know, he might be a person that I might meet up in.
You have to. James.
You have to. Yo, I know James since he was in the 6th grade. At the time, I was in the 7th grade.
Yeah. No.
Yo, our whole entire first interaction was wild, bro. Cause he had actually, I'm gonna save this story for if he actually does come here. Yeah. Cause that's something to reminisce about. But I ain't gonna lie, James is a character, bro. And we love him for it.
He is. I love him, man.
We love him for it. So James, if you see this, yo, pull up to the BoreDOM.
But that's funny. Thinking about James had me thinking about that one particular girl that I almost dated in freshman year.
What was it?
You remember her? You know what I'm talking about? No. Nancy? No, for some reason, she just popped in my head because I heard James, right? I know they dated, right?
Yo.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think freshman year was crazier than senior year.
Bro. It was kind of nostalgic thinking about it now. Yeah.
Nah, word. Freshman year was actually crazier than senior year.
Yeah, I haven't not thought about this girl since literally just now. She randomly just popped in my head. I remember the first time we was in you know what's funny? She kept on glancing at me when we were in Feinstein. Yeah, that's the first time I ever like, oh yeah, this bitch like me. So she's like sitting up here near the door, right? I'm sitting over here, and it's actually the first time I met Elvis, right? So Elvis was sitting next to me, right? I think his ex-girl, whatever the hell, I don't know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Oh, Vanessa, that's who it was. I thought they were dating. Elvis and Vanessa, I thought they were dating because they were talking. They were going, like, they were laughing on, I don't know, freshman year or whatever. So I'm sitting over here, right? Hennessy's sitting all the way over there, right? And every single time I make a glance, bro, she keeps eyeballing me, right? I'm like, what the fuck is she looking at, right? She looking at me? So I start paying attention to Feinstein again, right? And she's looking at me again, right? This is 7th period, right? 8th period comes, right? We have Konigsberg, we have living environment. And I'm sitting like in the middle of the classroom, and she's sitting all the way like at the far right. And Ramses comes up. First time I met Ramses, like him actually talked. So, well, we didn't really talk, but I guess he was her wingman or so. So Ramses comes up to me, right? He says, yo, this girl likes you. She wants your phone number, right? I look at my phone, that shit's on 1%. And I don't know my phone number by heart because I just got my phone number changed. So I'm like, oh, my hand is shaking. I'm like, oh, shit. And I go to my phone number, like, I write it down, like, and then we text each other, and then the whole situation happens. But that's how me and Hennessy first actually kind of, had a little whatever.
Crazy,
right? That was the first time.
I didn't even think Ramses and Hennessy interacted like that either, bro.
I don't think they did really pretty much, but she was always an outgoing girl. But then the whole thing came where, I found out she had a boyfriend, and everything just got messy after that.
I actually remember her boyfriend. I don't know if they still together now.
What's his name? Andrew. Yeah, Andrew. And I seen him, he was handsome as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. He was a handsome dude. I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Come on, bro. What the fuck is going on here? No, I was really thinking that. I was like, bro, what? You this handsome dude over here, you over here fucking with me? Go fuck. You cheating on this nigga, right? I think, right. I think she cheated on James. That's what happened. I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah. Damn, I put our business out there. I don't care. Wait, time out. Wait. But wait, they don't.
Shots fired.
But they don't know who we're talking. We didn't say a last name. No. It could be any girl named Hennessy, right? So yeah, facts.
There's a lot of girls named Hennessy, so
a lot of okay, do what you must, right?
Word.
But it was a whole situation to where like I guess she didn't learn her lesson because she was still kind of trying to get with me while she was trying to get while she was with her boyfriend right at the time, or maybe this I don't know.
Boyfriend at the time, yeah.
Right. So yeah, but that's what when we were talking about James, that's what kind of went into my head.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. He's like, oh, let's get into crushes now, bro. I think it's time. I think since we did that, man, we kind of transitioned into the crushes, bro, because crushes. There's a few crushes I'm not going to say I had a crush on, but I think every crush, every girl I had a crush on. Every
somewhat, yeah. There's probably some that you can tell me about.
I'll say some. I don't know. It depends. Are you going to say names?
I'll say names.
You'll say names?
I'll say names, even if they pull up here. I'll say names.
Right.
Because I'm single now.
Okay, I'll say names too then. You go first though, because I'm not. We'll pick you.
But I didn't even have like time to crush on people like that.
Yeah.
I think my first relationship was with this girl named Yanni. But at the time, I had a crush on Frankie.
You know about me. All right,
yeah. I had a
we both had a crush on that girl.
On Frankie.
Yeah, facts.
We had a crush on Frankie. But that was a short-lived crush.
Yeah. Cause
then, Diana came into the picture.
Oh, that fine ass motherfucker. Sorry, bro.
We're not gonna say too much.
She was fine as shit,
but she was fine.
I think she was. I'm not gonna say that because I don't give a fuck. She was one of the finest girls in school. I don't care. Kill me. Fuck. No, she really was the finest girl in school. I'm sorry, I can't. Come on, bro. Put her next to
at the time, and our class, yeah, but at the time, I don't think so.
Who do you think was the finest girl in school at the time? You put okay. Don't count the seniors.
Oh,
you're not
counting no.
Don't count the seniors at the time.
You're not counting the seniors at the time.
Wait, this was no. Don't even count the juniors because I think we were in 10th grade at this time. Well, were we in 10th grade? Because she wasn't here in 11th grade.
She wasn't there in 11th grade. I had a crush on her freshman year.
Okay.
I think we was gonna start talking. You feel me?
Yeah.
But then that led to nowhere. I
care
a lot. So Diana, Frankie, then Diana, then Lixie, but at the same time, we was talking, so I wouldn't really classify that as a crush for real.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that was a crush.
I wouldn't say that was a crush.
I wouldn't say that was a crush.
But yeah, those were the 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Yo, I don't know if I want to say the sports one now, bro.
Go ahead. Say it. So tell me in my ear. Come on.
Hey, I want to know too.
Oh, I'm saying that name. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, we saying it. So I'm gonna go in chronological order. We have Frankie, Diana,
No, not her. Not her. Right? No, not her.
I'll say Bridget.
Yeah.
And then Kayla, but not
Who?
the Kayla, not short Kayla, black Kayla.
Wait, which? There's 2 Kaylas.
There was 2 Kaylas. There was a short light skin Kayla.
Oh, right. Always hung out with Vanessa.
Yeah.
Wow. What the fuck? I never had a conversation with that woman.
There was her. I didn't have a crush on her. I had a crush on the other Kayla.
I understood what the
black Kayla.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Talented dancer, by the way.
Talented dancer.
Shout out Kayla.
I had a crush on, my first.
Oh, wait. There's somebody that I missed. Mars. I had a crush on Mars.
You had a crush on Mars?
We actually had something going on.
Where?
But it wasn't like to a point that it was a relationship type of thing.
Yeah.
I think that was 10th grade.
10th grade? Yeah, it had been 10th grade. I'm telling you, she was going after 10th grade. She wasn't in. When we was in 11th grade. She wasn't in school.
Yeah. She was in school.
She was in the class with Alejandro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty good. All right. My crush. Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. There's one I'm afraid to say, but I'm gonna keep going, right? So obviously there was Hennessy first, right? And then I had a crush on Diana, and then I had a crush on Frankie. Okay, hold on. We gotta talk about that whole situation with.
By the way, I'm gonna put an asterisk on this. This is crushes, not relationships.
Yeah, no.
Different things.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Actually, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm actually thinking I'm not gonna talk about that. But I'll just say the names. So it was Hennessy, Diana, Frankie, Bridget. Bridget, I'll talk about this one. Bridget, we had like a little close friendship in like 10th grade, but like we were always like it was always just friends, right? And so I think I had a crush on her, but I heard from somebody else. I'm not saying names, but I heard from somebody else. She also had a crush on me, right? But she didn't really know whatever. But I was like, all right, well, it is what it is. So it was her, and then I think I got over Frankie again. I had a crush on her again, which is crazy. Yeah, I think I also.
You kept on circling back to Frankie.
Look, and look. All right. Check this out, right? So, with her, we never really talked that much in 10th grade, but apparently in 10th grade she had a thing for me as well. But the only reason I didn't pursue her is because in 10th grade she was with, I'm not gonna say any names, but she was with she was with another person, right? And so I was just like, oh, okay. So I thought they were like kind of there like dating for like over a year. So I never really pursued her in 10th grade. 11th grade, that one was pretty crazy. I think James sniffed that out. I didn't even really know that. James was like, yo, bro, you like her, bro. She like you, bro. I was like, nah, she doesn't like me, bro. Ain't no way. There's no way, right? Certain stuff started happening, right? To where I was like, oh yeah, okay, maybe she does like, I don't know, maybe, right? So, did the whole thing, right? It came, it went, never happened. It is what it is, right? But then after that, it was, I'm not saying this name. This one I'm not saying. I don't think I don't think this was a crush. I think this was just like, oh, she was kind of good, but I'm not gonna. Remember, you know who it is. I asked you to go and tell her that I liked her, and you came back and said, she. Wait, tell me in my ear so so I know who you talking about. Huh? Yeah. Facts. Right. Yeah. So that wasn't really a crush, but it was kind of like, oh yeah, I think she kind of looks good.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna say no names, but if you know who you are, bro, y'all were crushing on Shorty, like legit, like there was, boy, I ain't gonna lie, your friend group, bro.
But she good though, bro. Like it wasn't like to me. It really wasn't a crush. It was like, oh, she was kind of cute. Like let me see what happens. That's why I asked you to do it. I was like, oh, let me just see what happens. Still put it up in the air, and if it misses, it misses. If it goes in, it goes in. Right? But yeah, she was
shoot.
Hell yeah. I heard a lot of people crushing her too. How many people crushing her?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think it was like half of your friend group.
Really?
Half of your friend group and probably some other niggas.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she was in senior year. Like everybody started paying attention to her. Low-key.
Oh, it was senior year?
That's when I found out. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
I ain't gonna lie. Senior year. Bro.
So I was just another brother in a cup?
Word?
Fuck! Wait, no. I thought I was the only one. Well, maybe not the only one, but like, holy shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. It's I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people started paying attention to her.
Yeah. But the people we just mentioned, though, as crushes, there's no hard feelings at all. It's just like, it was high school shit, high school feelings that came and went. That's all, like, it's really, there's no bad blood at all.
It's fun to reminisce about.
Yeah, it is fun from
I had a crush on that person? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll say it. I mean, it's not, high school is over. We're not ever going to see each other again, probably. But, like, it is what it is. But, yeah, those crushes, those something like that, bro.
Bro, I ain't even have crushes on, like girls like that. I ain't gonna lie.
What about teachers, though?
But we're not gonna get into that because feel me. But in the future, like when I'm much older, bro.
Oh yeah.
But for right now, nah.
Oh yeah. In the future, yeah. Come back my way. Let's do some more.
He know about my teacher crushes, bro, and I ain't gonna lie.
We don't have the same teacher crushes, honestly. Like, oh my god.
There's some that I can't even.
I want to say it's so bad, but I don't want to say that at the same time, just out of respect.
Like fresh out of high school.
Hell yeah. Like, saying teacher crush, and I still see them to this day.
I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
Hey, man. Look.
It is what it is. It's young boy.
It's harmless shit, man. It's harmless shit.
It's harmless.
I think everybody had that certain teacher in high school.
What, bro? I think the girls had more teacher crushes than we did.
Really? Who? Well, I don't say who, but like.
But like, yeah, there was some teachers
really?
that they was crushing on. Bro,
I'm trying to find out who, because the male teachers in that school wasn't that good looking. So I'm trying to figure out who.
There was a name that was floating around senior year, bro.
Oh, you got to tell me this right now. I'm sorry. Oh! Oh, right. Oh, okay, never mind.
Larry Bird.
I forgot it. See, I'm thinking, okay, I forgot about my boy. Okay, yeah, facts. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, they're I ain't gonna lie, girls have crushes too, bro. They're not escaping either. They not escape.
They're not. Bro, let's talk about this whole freaking. Bro, why am I figuring? Oh, you know who also had a crush on me? That I actually recently just found out. I'm not gonna say her name.
Sister, sing it! Woo.
911-004. Your name was mentioned, so I know about something, but that's about it. We'll talk about that off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Facts.
that off camera. But yeah,
what? There was something else. Oh, basketball team.
Yes, basketball team.
All right, yeah, that's what we were trying to. Okay.
What year did we join the basketball team?
10th grade. So
yeah,
probably 2022 to 2023.
Word, because I was convinced you heavy to join the basketball team.
Yeah, me too. Yo, he was on my fucking Cock, bro. I'm sorry. No offense. Fox, I love you. I almost said cock again. Fox, I love you. But, yo, because I was so tall, I was so recommended. He wanted me to teach Malachi how to play ball.
How to play ball so we could have another censor, bro.
But Malachi was not fucking with it, bro. He was not fucking with it. He was just like, yo, I'm not down. I don't want to play ball, bro. And I had to respect it, bro. But every time he come over, like Fox would come over and be like, yo, teach Malachi how to play ball. I'm like, yo, he doesn't want to play ball, bro. Like, leave him alone. Let him go do his tall league activities, bro. He doesn't want to play ball, bro. That's it. Leave him alone, bro. So, yeah. You should tell more about this because
so
you have a better memory than me.
I think it was 10th grade. The first time I heard about the basketball team was through Natasha. Shout out my twin.
Oh yeah, shout out to her. She's lovely. Yeah.
Feel me? So Natasha asked me, "You on the basketball team?" I was like, "Nah." And then she was like, you should join the basketball team. That's just like paraphrasing what I remember from that conversation. So I dead wasn't uninterested, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, I was dead uninterested. I didn't want to join no basketball team.
Me neither.
Like ain't nobody wanted to join the basketball team for real. But then eventually I joined, you feel me? And I was a bench warmer, bro.
Yeah.
Like where but I ain't gonna lie, my defense was low-key good.
It was good, yeah.
Like, my defense was low-key good, and that was low-key the peak.
Yeah.
Of
my,
that was the peak for me and,
I would say
high school basketball team. Because we had more stamina, we was balling. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't get that much opportunities to score, but, like,
yeah.
I just remember that 1 3 that I made.
Hey, bro. Hey, that's all I care about. I made a 3, bro. I put something with the team, bro. That's it. I don't care, bro.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie. Our senior year, you was amongst our leading scorers.
I was.
They had to be amongst our leading scorers, bro. Cause the top 2 had to be Randy and what's this one?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No, I don't think I was. Maybe probably one of them. I think Randy and this other guy made more.
Daryl?
Yeah, that was his name.
That was his name?
Yeah. The little guy?
Yeah. They was amongst our leading scorers. I ain't gonna lie, bro. At that point, I was like, yeah, I can't do basketball no more, bro. We getting carried by middle schoolers. No offense to Randy and Daryl, because they low-key had the skill set.
Yeah, but as a high schooler, right, as a senior,
that hurts your pride, bro.
Come on, bro.
Like, the pride that I had in basketball, bro, that was stripped away when I found out that we had to rely on middle schoolers, bro.
Because nobody wanted to join the basketball team. Again, nobody wanted to do that shit. Everybody was doing their own thing. Even people who actually knew how to bowl didn't want to be on the basketball team. And I was just like, shit, they were really cooked.
And then the bowlers that we actually had, bro, they didn't even want to change their playing style, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't want to change their playing style into winning basketball, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say no names, but
we're not saying no names. We're not saying no names. I know. Yeah, I know you said. We're not saying no names though.
Damn.
But it kills me.
My son was over here playing like Michael Porter Jr., bro. Don't swing the rock. I got it. The possession ends here with me. I got it. Green fuck, nigga. Like, damn, bro.
Yeah. But, bro, that's funny because we never really won anything, bro.
Never won anything.
We won no fucking games, bro. That's what really killed me. They're not, bro. You know, they don't have the basketball team over here no more, right? Like, you can't. They don't have that. They can't. No, they can't. I'm dead. I know that. Last year was so bad that we got knocked the fuck off. Like the girls literally are better than the boys basketball team. I'm sorry. Like they won games. They did their shit. They are still active. The men's basketball team is not it. They're not it no more, and it's fine. But it's fine because Fox still has his little girls softball game, so that's what's up.
And I ain't gonna lie, during 10th grade, we was asking for a football team, bro. That's really what we wanted. We wanted a football team because we would have had the squad. We had you, Dennis, Jeremiah's. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Don't listen to me, bro. All respect to Jeremiah. Like I said, I love Jeremiah, but I can't be.
I ain't gonna,
I thought you know
talk about that, but like him.
Bro.
We had him. Bro, we even had Carlos. Like, we had a squad for a football team, bro.
Yeah, we all love football. All of us, Jeremiah, Dennis, all of us, Carlos. Yeah. We were literally running ones. I think we had TJ as well.
We had ones that we was running. James was even there too, bro.
Bro.
Like, and that was at a point where Jay was starting to get faster.
He was starting to get faster.
He low-key started
Really?
picking up speed, bro.
I did never know that.
Like, towards the end of
Really?
10th grade year, I ain't gonna lie, he started picking up speed.
Oh shit.
And then 11th grade, that boy
In
went
fucking
through-
slides too.
Yo, he was moving,
In
bro.
fucking slides, bro.
He was moving in 11th grade. I remember, bro, because he was, yo, I ain't gonna lie, he was giving niggas buckets.
Yeah, no.
Yo, shout out Najee, bro.
I remember defending Najee, bro, trying to get the ball from him, bro. I'm like, why can't I get the ball from him, bro? What are you talking about? I'm lighter than him. I'm faster than him. Why can't I get the ball? He's over here. He's playing with me. I'm like, all right, yeah, all right, man, you got it, bro.
Fun with it, bro.
You got it, bro. You're having too much fun, bro, and I
Like,
can't.
word.
I'm not having fun, bro. I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun playing with you right now, bro. I'm gonna go sit down, bro. I'm gonna go do what I gotta do because you over here playing, bro.
But nah, yeah, we had the squad for a football team, bro.
Yeah.
And it just never happened. I was like, then as soon as they leave, we ain't gonna have nobody.
You know.
So it just never happened. And I ain't gonna lie, I think we would have made some progress if we had a football team.
Yeah.
Like, even my lanky ass, bro, I could have done something on me. You feel me?
Yeah, a football. I think I was well into. I'd rather at the time play football, right? Like rather than basketball because I knew how to run the routes. But there was this time in high school and nobody praised me for it. Everybody looked at me, bro, and they looked away. They was like, bro, I hit the craziest catch, bro. Over who was I guarding? What, TJ or Jeremiah? I think it was Jeremiah, bro. We was running routes, right? Bro, I jumped up and said like, "Dah!" Came back down, hurt myself, bro. Everybody was like. I looked up. I was like, y'all didn't see that, right? But y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that crazy catch I just got off the spear. And then somebody called my name. I had to go inside the freaking school. I was like, bro. So not only did nobody saw it, but I can't come over to them and discuss what just occurred, right?
You feel me?
I had to go back into school to the guidance counselor, right? But that I would never forget that day. I would never forget that day. And from that day on, I really wanted a football team. Yeah. I was like, yo, you can't even play basketball. What y'all need a football team for? I was like, bro, that's because nobody wants to play basketball.
Yo, bro, basketball don't correlate into football.
Football
could correlate into basketball, but basketball don't correlate into football.
I promise you would have more boys in that team right now if they made a football team. I promise you. That is
Who they got now? They got Lewis.
They got Lewis there.
They got Victor.
Yep. I don't know who that is. Actually, no, I do know who that is. Oh yeah, Victor.
No, they got a couple of boys.
They got a couple of boys, so definitely do it,
bro. I'm gonna lie. And if you would have had Thomas as a coach,
oh yeah,
they would have been, bro. They would have been a problem, bro.
Thomas, man.
Shout out Thomas, man.
Shout out Thomas.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If we had somebody that was just recording us play ball outside, yo, the amount of highlights that everybody would have had. Bro, I forgot who I cooked one time, but I did them dirty.
Who was it? You gotta tell us, bro. Who would you cook?
I forgot who I cooked one time, but I remember hitting a crazy. Yo, I had a crazy shot of a couple of people, bro. Oh, it was this year.
It was this year?
It was this year.
Oh shit.
Shout out Chris.
Oh shit.
I remember.
Wait, Chris.
Our Chris.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, there's so many Chris's that have been in this school.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Holy shit.
There was way too many Chris's. I actually got a story about a Chris, but you know, that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
But I think I hit him with a fadeaway from, you know where the gate is for 391?
Yeah.
Bro, I hit my...
Oh no. Not on the fucked up rim? Right there? Just like that? That rim was ass too. So if somebody hit you from a fadeaway from where the gate was already there.
It was, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I took down after that one. No. Yeah.
But it wasn't like that, the initial gate. It was the, you know where the barricades is?
Yeah.
It's there, that one, bro.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, what?
That was
damn.
That was
what
a
the
crazy fadeaway too.
It was pretty
bro.
cool.
But Yeah, no, we had some crazy shots up on the court.
Yeah, no.
Especially on that fucked up rim.
I'm telling you,
when
bro.
it was somebody's day, there was nothing you could have done, bro.
See, this is why
they were unguardable that day, bro.
10th grade was so full of people that left their school. I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I was annoyed that they were here at one point, and I was like, wait, nah, I kind of missed them, bro. Like,
exactly, bro.
TJ, Moses, bro, shout out to them, bro. They made the school what it was at that time, bro. During that year, bro. Most of the people that we named made, you know, the school at the time what it was. You know, everybody had their own way, bro. It was so great.
Everybody started like showing their true colors, and it was like a fun time.
It was a fun time.
It was a fun time, bro. Because after they left, I ain't gonna lie, things just got stale. Yeah, like, it just got boring. You feel me? But no, it was a fun time, gang. Wait, Julie, can you check if we're still recording?
Oh,
I think there was a time. I think it was before high school, right? When I was just kind of like, and this is just kind of like the type of kid I was, right? Like around 12, 13, maybe even 11, right? I was always a pretty much of an outgoing kid, right? I always like going outside. I was on a team during middle school. No, during elementary school called America Scores, right? And I was on that team from 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. Until I moved away in 5th grade. This was at a school called PS 192 in Manhattan. Jacob H. Shift, I think that was called, at 137th Street City College. I was in that school from 2nd grade to 5th grade, and we were on the soccer team from 2nd grade to 5th grade. Now 5th grade came and I didn't get to play because I moved away, and that's where I came to the Bronx. Right, and this is like around 2016, 2017, and that's where I went to my middle school, PS 89, right? Shout out to a teacher I just literally recently just saw. I saw my middle school teacher, Mr. Flaherty. Oh my God, such a great teacher. I want to see more. I keep going over there just trying to see if I could see, you know, teachers that used to teach me back in the day, bro. Oh my God, I want to meet them again. But that was also a time during my elementary school. I was also going through it, right? It was a time where I think we were in the shelter, right? And I was like, shit, bro, we're in the shelter, bro. We have to try to find an apartment. And it was just like a crazy time, you know. The bullying was fucking crazy. Holy shit, bro. When I tell you, it was better than it made high school look like heaven. When it came down to the bullying in middle school and elementary school, you know how to get under your fucking skin, bro. Holy shit!
Word,
you know how many fights I had I think I had 4 fights in that school. I don't know how they get kicked out. I had 4 fights in that school, and I had about 3 fights in middle school in PS 89. And then by like the 8th grade, I was just like, all right, well, it is what it is, you know. And I didn't have any more fights, so I kind of matured from there on. I had these fights during TAPCO, either. It was all that crazy, bro. But 89, PS 89 and PS 192, those schools were crazy, because I was kind of getting bullied under my skin and all that shit, right? And it kind of goes back to what I was talking about before, that people will definitely know how to get under your skin, right? That is inevitable, right? You got to try to find your ground to where it's like, okay, you know what? I got to tell somebody that this person is bullying me, right? And I gotta try to find some ground to where I gotta be like, you know what? Like, never accept that somebody's bullying you. Don't never like just try to. This is what I did. My tactic was to try to ignore them, right? I'd go home and punch a wall, right? So it didn't really do anything to me. Talking to people actually did something to me. But I don't know, if you're a kid and you got bullied in middle school or high school or elementary school, yo,
talk about it now. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it may not be a lot of people, but like when people do show sympathy on the internet, they really do.
I try to go off of I know I keep going back to this whole speak up thing, right? But it's really true. That's really what my entire life has really been about, really. Just kind of speaking up and telling somebody, right? Instagram, right? So remember, I texted you. I'm not on Instagram anymore. I texted you, yo, this is my number, bro. Take that as you know, and cause I'm about to delete my Instagram. I'm about to deactivate it. So I had seen some crazy stuff on Instagram, right? Like just terrible news back and forth. And to where I was like, yo, the Instagram is kind of messing with my mentality, bro. Like, it's not good for me at all, right? So I have to try to find a way where I could, find myself again. Because like I said, after high school, I was miserable, right? I didn't know what to do. I didn't have no job. I make no bread, bro. I don't do shit, right? So I found the gym. I'm in there. Well, I'm in there kind of consistently. I do like consistently throughout the week, and then after that, I'm just doing whatever, right? But it's so miserable because most of the time I'm home, I'm not doing shit, right? I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do, right? So yeah, that is what that is, bro. But yeah, try to find something that's good for you. I mean, I'm about to try to take up photography. Yeah, I want to get a camera. I have my phone. I have like pictures in my phone, but I want to get a professional camera because there's this. I want you to check it out. There's this YouTube channel on YouTube, and it's called Pale Blue Wave. And it's basically this guy in Portland. You ever seen this before? No. It's basically this guy in Portland. He goes up to like random people, women and men, and just asks them, "Hey, I think you'd be worthy of a photo. Would you be Would you be down to take this photo with me, right?" The titles of his videos are just like, they're not even titles. They're just like, "And look what she did with her eyes," right? Something like that, right? And he puts like this like kind of lo-fi hip hop type of music to when he shows the results of what she took the photos in, and it's pretty amazing. It kind of inspired me to go out there and take photos because I'm a person. I'm not very social. I'm a very introverted person, right? I want to get out there. I want to try to socialize with people, right? Because I have a circle. I have friends. I have people that I talk to, right? But I want to try to see if I can go outside and see, like, because it's more than just the closed circle, right? You don't want to get too
you don't want to get too comfortable.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So I try to go out there and speak to people, and when you speak to people, you kind of have more faith and more hope, which is kind of what I've experienced lately. Like I went out there and I spoke to somebody. I was like, whoa, there's still good fucking people in the world, and it's in New York in general, right? It's nice to know that the city
heavy in New York.
It is, yeah.
Yo, heavy in New York, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
New York is going through it right now. That's for sure. Damn. Speaking of New York going through it, bro, you've heard about these fucking subway surfers, right? Yeah. It started out with them just like riding on the back of the trains. Yeah. And now they're going on top of them.
Going on top of them. Yeah.
On top of the trains, literally every story we hear just getting killed. And I don't know why you guys do it. You go on top of the trains, you get killed. Like I don't get it.
But I think it's deeper than that. But like
it is definitely deeper than that. It's deeper than that because I feel like every kid has their own mindset to where it's like, well, he did it and he died, but guess what?
Do it too.
Yeah, and guess what? That ain't gonna happen to me. That's not gonna happen until it happens to you, and then you're surprised and you're like, yo, damn, I just died. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like that's every kind of, I'm not gonna say it's every little kid's mentality, right? But like I know everybody has that in them to where it's just like, oh, that happened to him, but it's not gonna happen to me, right? And that's probably true. But you don't want to risk your life for that type of statement, right? If it's stupid to go on top of the subway trains and get killed off that, it's so sad. I remember there was a person that came to our school actually, who was blind and talked about it. You remember that, right?
It was like 3 of them.
Yeah, they came to the school. The guy was blind. The guy was blind. He got hit at a sign going on the back of the trains, and now they're going on top of the trains and they're getting killed. There's a lot of kids that got killed in 2025 this whole year from subway surfing. I think that's kind of a little epidemic that needs to be settled with. They're starting to build these things to where people can't go on top, but they're still gonna go on top. It's much like a choice whether they want to live or not. So.
But that's why it's like important for schools to like make sure that their students is okay, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, we don't talk about it enough, but like New York is definitely one of the cities that has a lot of major mental health issues.
Yeah.
Like it's like you see it, like and with I can't really pinpoint the mentality, but like New Yorkers have that tough mentality,
Yeah.
but it also harms them in a sense, because it's like it's too prideful at times. Like you got people being way too prideful about things that really don't matter. Like,
Yeah.
you got people that you could bump into. It'll be like, yo, suck a dick, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
You believe,
it's
yo,
like,
holy shit.
like, game, chill, bro. Just
Relax.
like relax for
Relax,
a second.
please
Like, I don't
relax.
know why this city is so tensed up a lot. But at the same time, I'll give grace. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I understand people go through things. We all go through things. But at the same time, like, really focus. Like, really focus on yourself and really figure out what is haunting you or what is, like, damaging you to the point where, like, sometimes you go into the bus, you see mad people mean mugging for no reason.
They're just mad at the
They
world.
just mad at the world, you feel
crazy.
me? Like, it happens a lot, bro. And it's just like, come on, man, you know? Just try to find those resources as best as you can, because even, the whole entire thing with Kyson had. And he started talking about his mental health, and he got backlash over it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I'll probably have that conversation like one-on-one with y'all about like creators and their mental health.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, bro. It's just something like the world is going through it to the point where it's like,
yeah, it's different things. It's like this whole Charlie Kirk incident, right? Now, let me ask you, how do you feel about the whole Charlie Kirk incident? You know how people was like, don't get me wrong, we all know Charlie Kirk said some fucked up shit, right?
it's some crazy stuff.
Crazy shit, right? Insane. So a lot of people was like, oh yeah, he deserved to die, right? And I was just like, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, right? Because at the end of the day, right, I'm not defending this guy whatsoever, right? This guy was a piece of shit. We know that, right? For sure, right? I have this thing, and a lot of people may disagree with me. You might also disagree with me on this. But I have this thing to where I don't think that guy deserved to die, right? I think the statement on saying he deserved to die should have probably been enough. That line right there could have probably, don't cross that line, don't murder somebody, right? Especially when it came down to the CEO, right? That Luigi Mangione, shot CEO in the head and died, right? Them saying that CEO. I don't think that these people maybe they deserve that, maybe, right? But I don't think they should have been killed, right? Because Charlie Kirk was more of he kind of expressed an opinion, right? And he kind of allowed others to come on, and give their freedom of speech. Because that's our First Amendment in this country, right? Freedom of speech, right? Even though he said a lot of fucked up shit, right? He did one thing to where I was like, okay, he allowed people to come on there and give their freedom of speech, right? And he got killed because of his opinions, right? I don't think that should be a thing. I don't think that people should go on somewhere, express their opinions, and be killed. Like I said, he said some crazy shit, so I can understand, but I don't understand killing people in order to make, whatever good, I think the whole world after that happened was like, oh yeah, thank God, and that's fine, but it's like, then again, this guy had a kid, a wife, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
the one-side wife situation, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, that was great. That, holy shit, that was
thing is crazy, bro.
But yeah, that, I don't know, it's sort of a thing to where I'm not expecting that to change. Right? Of course, I have a little bit of faith that it would, but then again, it's just opinions, right? Yeah. Somebody shouldn't have to die over having an opinion. Like, if I say I like cups, bro, I shouldn't have to die saying because I said I like cups, bro. Like, if I like a certain type of women, bro, I shouldn't get sniped in the head because I said I like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all it was. I'm not saying that was on, the same kind of level to where what Charlie Kirk was saying, right? But at the end of the day, it's freedom of speech, right? It is freedom of speech head on, right? So,
I ain't gonna lie, I chalk it up to life is life, man.
Life is life.
Because you can't really, you can't pinpoint what we gonna do.
Yeah, you can't.
As humans, we have a different mindset. We may, you feel me? We may be humans, but at the same time, we're all different.
We're all different, yeah.
You feel me? So I just chalk it up to is life is life.
Yeah.
The only person that really knows how your faith is gonna what your faith is either the man upstairs or like whatever God you believe in.
Yeah.
You know, whatever entity that your religion is tied to, that is like, you know, the equivalent of a god.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's just like one of those things where you can't really like pinpoint it. You can't really like, cause you talk about it, and then you really find yourself in a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a rabbit hole that you can't get out of.
Yeah.
Cause we've been around for way too long, like centuries and centuries. So there's like a lot of psychological things that get tied to us being humans and our actions, why we act the way that we act, and all of these like nuances and little things. So yeah, life is life, man. That was just like
the decisions the stuff that his decisions got him where he's at right now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, for sure.
He probably ain't deserve it.
He probably but at the end of the day, he did say some fucked up shit, and
sometimes
it is what it is.
You pay for your consequences.
Exactly, right? So, you know, that's just kind of where I stood at with that whole situation, you know, because it's gun violence at the same time, right? That's something that we're all trying to stop, is it not? We can't just be happy just because one person died by gun violence. Where we're trying to stop all gun violence, right? That's the goal, to stop all of it. Just because somebody was a piece of shit doesn't mean that makes it okay again. And then what? It's not okay when it's innocent person. It's still gun violence, right?
So I don't know what was the turning point, but a lot of people are becoming more selfish.
Yeah.
To the point where some people are even having that mentality, thinking that they bigger than the program.
Yeah.
Gang, I'm gonna be really honest with y'all, bro. We just ants in this universe, bro. Like, there's much more out there than us.
No.
So like, nobody's bigger than the program.
Nobody. Hell no.
Nobody's bigger than the program, and you gonna get humbled for having that complex of like, oh yeah, I'm the only one that matters. It should be run by me, yada yada. Like, gang, once you open your eyes and realize that this is bigger than us, then I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna change your whole entire perspective on life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
for sure, bro.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, we all had our fuck crazy moments, right? To where it's just like at one point of our lives we got humbled. I said lives. One part of our life we got humbled, right? And that kind of taught us to be stronger, to be better, to not like, you know, treat others with like a certain, like, I don't know, after, like, I keep going back to after high school, right? Like I said, I was probably an asshole during high school, right? I think I was, right? Not most of the time, but like there was a lot of times where I was an asshole to a lot of people, right? And so I didn't like who I was, right? And so I'm starting to change that, right? I'm starting to open up. There was a time where I started kind of reaching out to certain people. I'm not gonna say their names, but I started reaching out to certain people after high school about how they felt about leaving high school, and some of them said they missed it, right? And I was just like, yeah, that's what I was expecting. I know that nobody's gonna say that I'm so glad I'm out of high school, because everybody misses it, right? You can't say you don't miss high school. High school is golden. But college is where I wasn't gonna go to, but I wanted to go to college for the experience. I wanted to go to college for the experience. So that's what I'm doing. I start January 29th.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I start January 29th. I'm going in there for criminal justice. I was going to go to LaGuardia, but my advisors were pressuring me to go to BMCC because I guess there was something there for law enforcement. I was like, okay. So I did it, and I'm in. So January 29th is when I start my classes. And honestly, I'm kind of happy for it, because now I get to have the little college experience, right? I was telling you about the assistant school safety, how I didn't get in.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I didn't get in, because now I'm forced to, you know, discover college and, you know, make the best of that, right? I'm down to work hard as shit, you know, be locked in, you know, I want that. So yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Low-key, high school really ain't prepares for college like that. Now that I think about it.
No.
Cause I ain't gonna lie. I came into like my acting class, in my art of theater class.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, life-changing experience for me, bro. Like some of the things that we was learning about, like there was like little things that I remembered, like given circumstances, blocking, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, our professor really like pushed us, bro. Like pushed us to the point where I feel like I think I'm a better performer now than I was in high school.
Oh shit!
Like on some real.
I'm telling you, man. When those shows come in, man, you gotta tell me so I can go and see those shows. I need to see what y'all been cooking up, man.
I'm not doing a production this year, or probably like I'll probably do one like later on next year.
Yeah.
But like I ain't gonna lie, it's really like you see the differences in terms of like learning between college and high school.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we really paid attention in our acting class and really like gave it our all.
No.
In our acting class.
No.
When I went to that acting class in college, my acting 1 class, yo, I was like humbled.
Yeah.
Like very much humbled, bro. Like Professor Jermaine gave me some feedback, and I was like,
Professor Jermaine.
that's that my professor, Jermaine Rowe. Shout out Jermaine.
Okay.
But like, yo, he gave me some feedback in terms of like how I perform, and I was like, yo, Stavis, why you ain't tell me this? Like, yo,
no.
Like the only thing that she told me in terms of like things to work on was my enunciation, and that's it. And I'm like, he giving me things that I was like, yo, what did he say? Like, my pacing had to be better. What was some other things? It was like, he even touched upon my self-doubt as a performer. For me,
yeah.
He got personal with each one of the students, and it was like one of those things where I'm like, yo, I really wish that Stavis really prepared me for this.
Yeah, no, I was watching this video on YouTube where Tom Hanks, I guess he went to Harvard University, and he was talking this. He was basically giving an acting class on it, right? And he was saying that the first step to being an actor, right, is you gotta forget and you can't care about what you look like on stage. You can't. Because when you get on that stage, it's all about the performance. I'm telling you. You get that was my mindset when I was always like, every single time we do a stage, a musical or play, that I would always get on stage and I was like, oh crap, this doesn't look right, this doesn't look right, my hair doesn't look right.
Yeah, you become self-conscious.
Exactly.
Like that.
And you start to think about that, and then you think about, oh, the audience is looking at me right now. The audience is looking at me right now. The audience is looking at me right now. Something's wrong, right? Along with trying to act. That is not a good combination, right? I'm not saying your acting might not be great, but your mindset is it's never gonna be good if you keep on thinking about that, right? Like that doesn't matter, whether it doesn't matter how you look at all, right? Whether you're the most handsome guy in the room, whether you're the most ugliest guy in the room, right? It doesn't matter, right? You gotta kind of go up there, you gotta give it your all, because that's what the people are here for. You're not gonna have any success if you keep thinking about what people actually think about you, or what like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, that was where my mindset went. When I heard that coming from Tom Hanks, I was like, what?
I'm not gonna lie.
This is facts.
It's facts, bro.
Damn, I wish I'd seen this video before.
But also, it's like, to piggyback off of that, one of the main things that he taught us was believability and like living honestly.
Yeah.
If you are your character, you don't have to worry about you giving a good performance or not, because the audience is gonna feel something.
Yeah.
As long as you're making the audience, you feel me? Like, as long as they could believe you're the character and you're being 100% honest.
Yeah.
Then you feel me? Just leave the the judgment of your performance up to the critics.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you get on that stage, you're not Dominic. Exactly. You're not a character. When I get on that stage, I'm not Shawn.
Exactly.
I'm Denzel Washington.
Word. I'm Morgan Freeman. You feel me? Right. I'm Samuel Jackson.
Well, I'm getting up there. I'm doing my own thing, bro. I'm getting up there. I'm giving like that type of performance, right? So I do. That was great advice, actually. That's holy shit. Your professor is on something. Is he black?
Yeah.
Brother, Jermaine, you don't know me, right? You don't know me. Okay, but hey, you're doing well, as I can see.
Well,
That shit is
bro.
tough.
Cause
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, he gave us some advice where we was like, damn.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm like,
It'd be like that.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, if I had this advice in high school, bro,
Yeah.
the performances I would have had,
I know.
bro.
I know. Because when you get on stage, right, it's the stage director, so they all stand there,
Or do this,
laugh.
like, yeah.
Hey, that was good, sure. Make it bigger. That's all. Stand over there. Right? It's not really a good talk about the acting, right? It's not really the acting spirit.
That's
you know,
something
it's
that
like-
they rely on you to do
Yeah.
yourself.
You have to give it, They'll say give it your all. Right now. Come on now.
Like it's like you gotta treat like you look back at the performances and I'm like, yo, I was an amateur, bro.
Yeah.
Like give me Watersworth now, bro. I'll go crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cause I know what I need to do to get into character now.
Yeah.
Like, I know I gotta do even more research.
But you know what it also was? I also think that part of that reason is because Stavis Rosado knew we had that, right? They knew that we can do these characters, right? We was in technical theater, we were in acting classes, right? They knew that with the information they had given us, that we can literally go in there as characters, right? So maybe they didn't have to do all that, right? Maybe, right? But I do think it would have been so far beneficial if we were taught that in high school, that type of, we kind of had to figure that out for ourselves and, right, just do the best we could. That's kind of what it was. But I do also still respect the information and advices that Stavis has given me and Rosado was giving me, because honestly, I don't think I would have been on that stage giving that performance, if I haven't had Rosado there or Stavis there, telling me certain things, right? So, yeah.
I love you, Stavis. I love you, Rosado.
I love you too. Yeah, I got her a conversation about her baby. She just had a baby. She just got back. She just got back to the school too. She was on like maternity leave. So
she called my mom for parent teacher conference. Hey, yo, I was mad happy to hear her over the phone. I was like, hey, Rosado, like I was amped
wait,
up. I ain't
what?
gonna lie.
Oh, right, because your siblings are still in school.
My sisters.
Oh, I was about to fucking say, like, what is she on you call you Prince College in the school no more? What the fuck?
Nah, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we can low-key wrap it up here, bro.
Yeah.
Low-key.
Yeah.
But you're probably gonna be a reoccurring guest.
Oh yeah.
Podcast.
Please bring me back. I would love to be back.
This was a fun little episode, especially for the first episode too, man.
The reminisce, I'm telling you. The reminisce, it goes always back to the
It
past.
always goes way back, and there's
Back, man.
multiple adventures that we both gonna go on
Yeah.
individually and together.
Yeah.
So, my brother,
Yes. Yes.
I appreciate you,
Brother.
Gracie, and
Of course.
Los Orcas. You feel me?
What?
That's the community name, gang.
That's the community name?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Los Orcas.
Los Orcas?
The Orcas.
The Orcas?
Yeah.
Is it Spanish?
Los is
Los Orcas?
Los Orcas.
Los Orcas.
You know what an orca is?
No, I don't.
It's they're the biggest dolphins. They tend to
Really?
dolphin and they get mistaken for killer whale, like. But yeah, they get mistaken for whales because their common name is killer whales.
Oh shit!
And
You just
people
told me
know.
something. Los Orcas.
So shout out
Okay.
Los Orcas. I love y'all.
Yeah.
And I'll catch y'all next time.
Yes.
Got it on there, you feel me? Ah.